Hey guys, it's Eagle, and welcome back to another episode inside of the Nomifactory mod pack. In the last episode, we began preparations to make our basic assembling machine, as well as getting all the bronze we're going to need to make ourselves the steam grinder. Now, I know I said I would have the assembling machine made before I started this episode, but I figured I'd show you guys that. In the background here, I also have some clips from other machines I made in the LV tier to kind of fill out the quest book a little bit. If you're liking the video so far, hit the like button. If you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. So let's get right into it. Alright, back into our awesome base, and we're almost completely moved out of the other one. Only some minor things and some chests in there. I'm not too worried about it, but if you look here, it's starting to look a little bit different around here with this technology, but man, am I excited. So, I'm just going to kind of run you through some of the stuff that I did. I know I saw you saw a couple clips of me crafting some things, but here I'm going to just show you more in detail. So, I made the fluid solidifier because I was tired of making rotors for the pumps. So, I set that up next to the extractor, melted some tin in here. You saw a clip of that. So, that's kind of what I've been doing there. Extruder. Didn't realize it's an MB machine, but we have it when we need it. So I was originally trying to do this with the extruder, but I don't have the power generation for that yet. Also, autoclave, I just moved it. And the forge hammer, probably one of the best things that I've made so far. I went on a trip to get a lot of redstone. I was tired of running out of redstone. I just know we're gonna need a lot more. So I took many stacks of redstone, pulverized it to get double what you would normally get, so 10 per, and then I put the crushed redstone ore into the forge hammer, and now I'm getting impure piles. Now, I have a couple options here. If I wanted to, as you can read in the tooltip, I can throw it into the cauldron to get some clean dust. That is possible, but it will be a little bit time consuming, or I can put it into the washer, which I don't have yet, but it's something that I've considered making as it is an LV machine. And it seems like all I would need to do is provide it with some water. So theoretically, I just make another one of these infinite water sources, put it next to it, and we can just wash all of these impure dust, which I think might not be a bad idea. So we might have to look into that. Put some chests here as well. Kind of just start filling them with some random things, some things that we might need in today's episode, the augments that we made in the last video, the rest of crushed ore that I don't really want to necessarily just smelt. There may be a little bit more processing involved in that, random chests, some random dust I brought over, and this is the other ore that I haven't dealt with yet. So we're starting to really figure things out here, filling out this wall a little bit more, some more crafting ingredients, and even still we got the LV electric pump recipe in here as well. So I made quite a lot of circuits in preparation to make all these machines, so we got a little bit here. So I think we should be good for a while. All right. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and craft the basic assembling machine. Very nice. This is awesome. I'm excited. It really feels like I'm actually playing the game now. First thing we're going to want to do, like I talked about in the last episode, is to begin crafting our steam grinder. So we got to get all the ingredients we're going to need for that. So let's check that. So we're going to need for the actual steam grinder piece itself. We're going to need 6 bronze casings and potent gears. But let's go ahead and check the bronze casings and what we're going to need. So programmed circuit 6, bronze plates, and bricks. So let's grab a stack of that. Don't need 2. And our bronze plates. Let's get, we'll just go with a stack for right now. And we got our program circuit. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Put it to 3. Put in our bricks and put in our bronze plates. And let's watch this thing work. Oh, it's 6, not 3. Okay, that's a blunder. All right. Let's put it back on 6. There we go. Okay, I was going to say, not sure what happened there. But we can go ahead and watch these bronze casings go. Now, I think we're going to try to make, let's say, we'll start with, 30, 32. Because I know we're going to need 22 at least for making the actual multi-block. And the other little bit is going to be made for crafting. It looks like we're going to need a little bit more bronze plates, which is fine because we have that, but we're going to want to use some more bronze ingots and make some more plates. Okay, let's find our bronze. We'll take one more stack and we'll make one more stack of plates. Actually, let's just start with half. We'll make half, 32 more plates. Put it in the bending machine. Very nice. We got 32 of those casings. Awesome. All right, And let's go ahead while we're here. And is there a complete all button? Somebody was telling me there was. Claim all. What'd that give us? 5 Nomi nickels. Not too shabby. Okay. And steam grinder. Okay, so we need potent gears, which in preparation, I made some potent. So I just got to get that, put it in the fluid solidifier. Let's grab the gear mold. Oh, that's right. I smelted it. Okay. I was like really confused. I was 99.9% sure that I had made some. All right. Well, let's put the gear mold in here. And let's make ourselves a couple potent. We'll put in 8 first and see what that does. A couple potent gears. So we'll let that work. What else are we going to need while that goes? The diamond, which we have. But let's just grab something else. Let's start with steam hatch is just a lot of bronze. Okay, so you know what? I may have underestimated how much bronze we're gonna need, but we'll see. We got 46 more. That was really all I had. Oh, I took all of it out. Okay, well, okay, let's figure this out. Okay, let's go into here. Let's get the recipe locked in. Not too bad. That's not hard. Output hatch is just the reversal, but we'll keep that. And then 22 machine casings. All right, let's start in here. Put all this stuff in here. Okay. All right. Actually, no need to do that. Let's do it in this one. Let's start with the steam hatch. Got the plates, fluid pipes we're gonna need, 2 of them. Need the drum. Need long bronze rods. Need regular rods. So let's make a few in our lathe. This should be fine. Let's see how the potent gears are doing. What do you know? That made 2 perfect ones. Very good. Since we got that done, we'll let the rods create. We need to grab 1 diamond. And we can make our steam grinder. Very nice. So let's put this in here. We got our first piece of the steam grinder done. Cool. And then we are very close to the steam hatch. We just got to get these rods. Okay, cool. All right. And the grinder we don't need. Steam hatch. Bronze drum. Long bronze rods. Put the bronze rods in here. 1, 2. Steam hatch. Bronze drum. Bronze drum. Craft. Steam hatch. Here. And steam hatch. There we go. Second part done. Now, I remember we're going to need a couple chests, which we have 1. So we got to grab some wood to make both our input and output steam hatches, which I think I remember this recipe. It's just the casing and the chest. Is that wrong? Trap chest. Bronze hole. Oh! Okay. So it's not the casings, it's the holes, which is fine. That's all right. I'm okay with that. Grab more of our bronze plates. Let's make a couple bronze holes. Very nice. And then now we can make our input bus and output bus. Very nice. Cool. Okay, so output bus, input bus. And the last ingredient we are going to need is some more casings. So let's figure out how we're going to do that. And if I look, it looks like we're just going to need some plates. So we need 22 of them and we have 14. So we need 8 more, which I don't know if we have enough, but we'll see. And see how many we can make. Let's just, in preparation, just start making 12 more bronze plates, just in case. Okay, so that's 6. Yeah, so we need 1 more. Very close. So we did have enough bronze. It just wasn't in the right form all the way yet. Okay. That should be everything we are going to need to make our last 2 bronze machine casings. Awesome. So let's go ahead and get all this in my inventory here. We can complete this quest. Awesome. And now that we had that all crafted, I got a lot of other stuff here in my inventory in preparation to start building this steam grinder. We're going to get that thing rocking and rolling. However, before we do that, I want to get this going here. I needed to make some fused glass so that we can make our Endervor. I think is how you pronounce it. Yeah, Endervor. This is what we're going to try to complete here, which I have everything I need for that. So we just got to make a cauldron surrounded by fused quartz. Awesome, super easy. And basically I can place these in a 2x2, place water bucket in each corner, and bada boom, bada bing, we are producing 1 bucket per second of water. Perfect for what we're going to use our steam dynamo for. Have everything here that we're going to need. Let's go ahead and put back in our quartz. Got that quest completed. Oh, another thing. I cannot believe I didn't talk about this. I have been wanting to make a clipboard since I started. For some reason, this is my favorite item in the game, and it's not too bad to craft. I crafted it earlier in today's episode, and I think it fits. Instead of putting wooden blanks on the wall and writing on them, we got a nice clipboard we can carry on with us. So you just take it here, and you just right-click. Oh, sorry, don't want you guys to see that. Anyway, let's talk about the steam grinder. I think I want to put it just above this, and it might be here. I want to check the chunk boundaries. I didn't chunk align this base because it was big enough where I didn't really care. So it looks like if I go straight up this, I think this is outside. So we don't, well, do we want to do it outside? I guess we could. I don't know. Let's figure this out. It seems kind of funny to do it outside if I have the entire base inside. I guess theoretically I could place it like right here, but that seems like it's, I don't know, a little bit goofy. Let's, don't want to do it here. We could just do it here, which would be right above our power already. Not a bad idea to have a spot behind it right here, so I can just have the items coming in and out of here. And yeah, so I think this is where we're going to want to build it. So let's do it right here. Let me get everything prepared and planned out a little bit in my head, and then I'll get back to you. All right, I think I figured out what I want to do. What we're going to do is, first off, we're going to place a few of our machine casings. And here, and I think in the back here, let's do the steam hatch. We'll face it this way, because we'll put the Endervor right here, or whatever setup we end up going with and how that's going to work. So we'll put the end hatch there, and then we want the input and the output buses here in the front. Okay. Or wait, was that the grinder block? Okay, yeah, that was the wrong one. We want the steam hatch to go here, and with the grinder block to go here, up here in the front. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the output, let's do the output on the left here, because then I could route it under the ground into our furnace array right underneath it here. I can just route it on the ceiling, and it should be fine. But we'll see. I don't know if we're there yet to automate it to that extent, but we'll try. And with the output bus, or the, wait, yeah. The input bus on this side here. Okay. And we got to fill this next part in. Okay. And then I believe we should just be able to top this thing off. And we have the steam grinder. Awesome. Everything looks like it's working. So now we got to figure out this Endervor. I think I can auto output. It said that I can auto output with a wrench. So I got the Yetto wrench here. I'm thinking that'll work because it's Ender IO. If not, we'll go get our Greg Tech wrench and do it that way. So let's see here. Let's figure out what we're going to want to do. It should. So we want 4 blocks here. If I do the, let's give it a space and then a fluid pipe. Well, I don't know. Can I directly go into that there? Let's see. Let's try this. All right, now we got to get our Endervor. should have infinite water. And then right click with the wrench. And it is auto outputting, steam dynamo. Cool. All right, and I think all we need to create the steam is some kind of power. Do we have to feed it power? Because if that's the case, that we're right above the power, I can go here with it and then do a hole in the floor directly up from there. So let's try that and see if that works. Okay, but this also needs water, so we need to auto output into this as well. Okay, so these both are getting water. If this works out, this should be pretty good. Let's put that there. We do not want this. Okay, we want this going in. Awesome. Let's go back underneath it here and then add the rest of the item conduits. I don't know for sure. I guess the steam turbine, it needs some kind of fuel, but I thought the water was what it was turning, but maybe it needs power to do that, to get it started. Okay. And we'll bring it down right on top of that. So let's pull that out. We want to set this to extract. Let's not do green channel. I saw some comments about this. I don't know for sure why, but I'm just gonna trust that somebody knows what they're doing. So let's go back upstairs and see. It is not getting items, so we need to insert. Put it on the same channel. Always active. Now it is getting that. Okay. Okay. This is creating power. However, maybe I just need to put the items directly into this. Let's try that. So we want it to insert on the blue channel, always active. There we go. So it does need fuel to get it going, and theoretically, this should be feeding steam into our grinder. Let's go. All right, this is a lot cleaner of this little setup than I thought. I'll clean up the wiring here. It's a little bit roundabout, but pretty nice. I'm glad we don't have to use two. So we got an extra steam grinder or an extra dynamo if we need it. Perfect. I guess now let's put these chests here, and they should auto input into this. I believe any inventories adjacent to this will auto input. So I guess now all we got to do is test it out. So we got to find something to put in there. I don't know if I have any ores that are ready to go for it, but let's see. All right, checking our ores. We could do some lead. Perfect. We'll do 64 lead and see if how that goes. But the plan is I could take from here. This is where the output is, and then route it along the ceiling here into this double chest, so it'll automatically smelt it as well. So yeah, not too shabby, not too shabby. Let's go put this galena ore in there. Seems like it's always nighttime on this world. Okay, so this in the input puts it right in, and it is going. 8 recipes in parallel. Very cool. Very nice. Running perfectly. Oh, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. How's this thing doing? Seems like it's doing a perfectly fine job of powering it. Let's see what this output looks like. All right. Any second now, let's check the storage crate here on the output. And we got 16 galena ore. Holy cow. So that did 8 at a time. So every 30 seconds. So it should take about 3 minutes. No, what is that? 8, 16, 8 minutes to do the entire, or sorry, that'd be 4 minutes because it's 30 seconds. So 4 minutes to do an entire stack of items, which is, I mean, it was 20 seconds per item in the macerator, and I was doing 2 at a time. But wow, this is obviously much, much faster. So very cool. I might add a item conduit here that is pulling items from here into here. just for certain recipes that need to go through twice, like coal. Not coal. Some of these I might want it to go through again. This is not one of them. I don't believe. You can pulverize it. I guess theoretically you could bring it through one more time and get the impure pile, but there's really no need because I'm not getting any secondary. But if I wanted to for something, I could have a item conduit take it from here to here, and it just cycles through the entire time. Very cool. All right. And after letting this thing run for a while, put a lot of stacks of coal in here. I've just been running up and down these stairs, throwing in a stack at a time into our forge hammer and just letting it crush it into a usable, burnable fuel. So we got a lot of coal here ready to go. However, I'm really happy with the amount of technological progress we've made today. I'm kind of not really sure what to do now. So let's just go ahead and look at the quest book and maybe it'll illuminate some things for us. Let's go ahead and complete this quest for the infinite water and the steam grinder quest. We got 7 Nomi nickels for that one. That's impressive. All right, so there's a couple options we have, a few options really. The first one that's jumping out to me is dark steel. Mostly because that's going to help us get into the deep mob evolution quest. So it says we need some dark steel to do that. And in order to make dark steel, I looked through the recipe book here a little bit, and you make it with dark steel dust. All you need to do is get obsidian and steel. And to get the obsidian dust, obviously you can just pulverize obsidian blocks. So we're going to want to make a lot of that, I believe. I don't know how much exactly. I think we might just need enough to make this block. But we'll figure that out. I'll go on a little trip and get some obsidian, and I'll show you guys that. Also, pulsating mesh. This is what we're going to want to make. For right now, I think just is enough to make this. I think we're going to need a lot of it. The thing I need to get to, though, is this deep mob evolution book. It'll tell me everything I need to know about how this mod works in this book, and that is the gateway to basically printing items. We can use these neural networks to just simulate mob drops, and we can just get a lot of different things, and that's like the main first way to simulate mobs and get, basically infinite materials. So that's one way we could go. I know it's kind of a bit of a mouthful, but also we could start working into the blast furnace, which is 100% going to happen next episode, regardless of how far we get in the simulating mobs quest. I don't imagine we'll have that all the way figured out, but I'm definitely going to want to start working towards the blast furnace because, like I said in episode 1, I love me some multi-blocks. And after that short little obsidian mining spree, we can take all the obsidian, or not all of it, but a lot of it, and combine it in here with our steel and make ourselves some dark steel. Awesome. Anyway, well, while that's going on, let's try to see what else we can get going on. Let's look at the quest that is above the deep or the simulating mobs quest. Let's look at the pulsating meshes. So we need carbon fiber, which we can compress raw carbon fibers, or we can take coal dust and string in an alloy smelter. Well, the alloy smelter is currently in use. So is there any other way we can do this? Polyethylene, polytetrafluoroethylene, epoxy resin, polybenzomatazole. I have no idea if I said that right. So basically what I'm learning is no, we need to do it in the alloy smelter, which is fine. I crafted a little bit of coal dust for this moment. Let's see, 32 of it. Should be a decent amount. And then how much string was it? Was it with 4 string per? It was 4 string for 1 coal dust. And I don't know if I know for a fact we don't have enough string, but I do have 64 string, which will get us 16 pieces of carbon fiber. So that's not too bad. So we got that prepared. Let's put this back in there, the other part of it. So yeah, we just got to wait for that to finish, and then we can use the carbon fiber mesh, pulsating mesh. That is just running it through one more time, but with pulsating dust. And I'm going to be honest, oh right, you just smelt the uraninite, which I don't have very much of, but I have 12 of. So I need 16 of it. I might have to go figure out where that was at. I don't know if I have any more of it. But anyway, let's go ahead and just smelt this uraninite and get ourselves the pulsating dust. Should be done quickly. This isn't going too bad. It's only a 12-second smelt instead of a 20-second recipe. All right, let's get our 12 pulsating dust. I don't know how many we're gonna need of this. I think we're gonna have to end up automating some of this stuff. I'm not 100% sure what yet, but we'll get there when we get there. I know in one of these quests, it was looking at the processing lines tab. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to be able to automate the pulsating polymer clay. How exactly we're going to go about doing that, I'm not 100% sure. It has something to do with this. And I think I don't know. Anyway, this is basically what we're going to have to automate, I'm pretty sure, because the polymer clay gets used up every time we do a simulation. I do know that much. So that's going to be a very important thing. So we'll have to look into that when we need to. And that's in the simulating resources quest too. So going to be a big part of the game here once we get the deep mob evolution going. All right, how far are we going here? Not too bad. All right, let's just stop it here, get our 17, and then just to keep this rolling a little bit, put that in here, put that in here. Very cool. All right, so we will let that go, and I will be back to you when it's finished. Now that we have the carbon fiber mesh done, we can put this back into the alloy smelter and use our 12 pulsating dusts. Now it uses 4 per, so we don't have nearly enough uraninite smelted into pulsating dust that we're going to need. So we are going to have to figure that out in between episodes and get a little bit more stockpile there. But regardless, we are going to be able to make 3 pulsating meshes, but we can take our 1 right here and complete that quest once we get the carbon fiber in our inventory. Very cool. Let's claim that. Let's claim the dark steel quest as well. And that sets us up pretty well to make this simulation chamber. And after a quick purchase with some Nomi coins, we got ourselves 64 of more uraninite to use. So I'm going to throw this in the cauldron, get washed dust, and now we can use it again. So let's just go ahead and take this into these furnaces. They need a little bit more fuel, so let's just grab a stack, call it in half. Not very efficient, but it's easy to make. So 32 in here, 32 in here. So this is a lot. We don't need all that at the current moment, but we do want to make 4 of these pulsating meshes because that's what it's going to take to make the simulation chamber, that's the goal. So let's grab our last pulsating mesh here. I have all the ingredients ready to go in this crafting station. We can use this and hit the move items button, and all we need is the dark steel machine hole. That is the one thing I was forgetting. Just needs a regular LV machine hole and dark steel plate. So let's make ourselves an LV machine hole. Wow, okay, we need a lot more stuff than I thought. Let's get this stuff into the bending machine. Make the steel plates first for the machine hole. And then we will make the 8 dark steel ingots. Let's just wait, get a few here. A lot of pulsating meshes. Okay, we'll just let that go for as much as we can. Feel like we're gonna need these. Actually, that's a lie. Let's not do that. Let's let it craft this one. Okay. And this should be plenty of steel once we get all this in here. Nice how much faster these machines are, but it's going to be even better when we have even faster machines. All right, now we want to make the 8 dark steel plates. let's make the LV machine hull while that's going. All right, we need the LV machine casing. Crafted. We need the machine hull. We need some tin cable. No big deal. I have plenty of that. Machine hull. Crafted. Cool. Now we just need to grab the dark steel plates. On our last one. Pretty good timing there. And we will get everything in there. Boom. And the last step, the simulation chamber. That's a pretty expensive recipe with 3 LV circuits, but it's a good thing I made like 20 of them in between episodes, so we have everything we need there. Now, I'm not ready to do anything with this yet. I think we'll go into that in the next episode, but now you know what what you got looking forward to. I'm gonna have to do a little research into this mod. I don't know anything about this mod. I've never used it before in any other mod pack. So yeah, let's collect our quarter and our book of knowledge that we're going to be needing. All right, that's a good spot here. Let's look down here. I didn't say this earlier, but another path I was thinking about going down was making the LV electrolyzer, purely because it's going to help us get some gases and break apart some more complex elements. So we are going to need that, I think, if we're going to automate the pulsating clay, if I remember correctly. Just because we can get oxygen and stuff out of the clay. We can get some silicone as well. But going back here, let's look at these copper nickel coils. Let's see what we're going to need here. The coil recipes are harder in Community Edition Unofficial. Not only do they require their base material, they also need some extra material types, and they must be made in assembling machines of their tier. Interesting. Well, good thing we made the tier, or this tier's assembling machine. For copper nickel coils, you will need 8 copper nickel, 2 bronze, and 1 tin alloy for each coil. For now, you need 16 for the electric blast furnace and 16 for the pyrolysis oven. That totals to 176 copper, 128 nickel, 32 tin, and 16 iron. All right. We don't have enough of that, I don't think. Let me double check. Actually, it's the copper that we don't have. We can buy some nickel. Tin's not a problem. Iron's not a problem. As far as copper goes, I know for a fact we've been running a little bit low. Yeah, we only have 22 of it. I might have some in this chest over here, but yeah, I don't have anywhere near the 170 that it requires. So give me 1 second to try to acquire those materials, and we'll see about crafting at least one of those coils in preparation for next episode. All right, and after a quick little crafting session, as you just saw, we have everything we need to make ourselves these copper nickel coil blocks inside of the assembling machine. So let's go ahead and do that here. Let's put this stuff in here and watch this make our first copper nickel coils. I have enough stuff to make 8 of them right now, and it's going to take 16 per block, I believe. So we'll be able to make, by the end of this episode and before next episode starts, we'll have the amount of copper nickel blocks that we will need to make ourselves the blast furnace. So that's pretty exciting. So let's go ahead and grab this while that's going. Complete this quest. We got a lot done today, and I think we're in a really good spot going into the next episode. So I think that's where I'm going to call it here as we did that major crafting. So if you like the video, hit that like button. And if you want to see how we progress and are enjoying the series so far, please hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. So with all that being said, it has been Eagle. Peace.